High on a lonely hill, where dust danced in the wind and silence swallowed the sky, lived an old man. No roads led there, no birds sang, nothing grew. People called it cursed, a place forgotten even by time. They told him to leave. Nothing will grow here, they said. You're just wasting your life. But he didn't move. He looked out at the cracked earth and said, "This land needs me." The next morning he woke before the sun. He walked across the lifeless soil, holding a tiny sapling. No water, no helpers, just faith. He dug into the hard ground with his bare hands. It was just one tree, but to him it was enough to begin. That day he planted hope. People from nearby village came to see. They laughed. "You think one tree can change this?" He smiled quietly. And the next morning he planted another. He kept going. Through blistering summers, cold winters, dry seasons with no rain. When he felt sick, he still crawled to the soil, one tree every day. The world didn't watch, but the earth did. 10 years passed, then 20, then 30. His hands were worn, his back hunched, but his resolve unshaken. No recognition, no audience, only trees. One morning, he heard something he hadn't heard in years. A chirp. A small bird had landed on one of his trees. And then came rain. And then bees, wildflowers. The forest was waking up. Years later, the hill was no longer barren. It was a forest. Children laughed beneath its shade. Animals returned. Streams trickled where there was once only dust. The villagers who once mocked him now brought their families to walk through the woods. They called it the Forest of Hope. He never asked for applause. He never put up a sign. He just stood in silence, looking at the green he had grown. His reward was peace. You don't need to change the world overnight. Just start. Plant your tree. Your quiet effort might become someone else's hope. Your small act might one day become the shade that shelters another soul. Stories like this remind us that patience, faith, and small acts can shape a better world. To hear more such stories, like, share, and subscribe.